am the collective. I am here to tell you, this human race, that there is concern for your well-being. You are well aware of the turmoil that is being brought forth in the countries that you call your Middle East. This is common knowledge to all, but I am here to say, as the collective of us who are from the center of the earth, as we explore your species, as we explore your makeup, your minds, this is a time of delicacy to be taking this time and considering what is being brought forth. You, the human race, are witnessing a time that could very well be with the mindset that is being brought out, that is being presented. You have the opportunity to witness the changes of your planet, of your species, but these changes may also turn disastrous. For these are times where different ways of thinking are clashing. The old thoughts are clashing with the new thoughts. This is a time where neither wishes to concede any positions or any ground that they have established, and these are dangerous times, dangerous events, for what may be occurring is irreconcilable differences and can lead to war, drawing in the whole human species into this war. You have experienced these wars before, but this will be one war as no other has been. It will decimate your species. You are witnessing the beginning of the possible end if these events do not work out, for no one wishes to concede position. As we, the collective, have witnessed before, there are those times in your past that this has occurred, but not on the magnitude and scale in which this one will occur. We, the collective, say this is a time to work out your differences, work out a peace arrangement. For we, the collective, do not wish to see your species annihilated, but we will not intervene, for it matters not to us what you do to yourselves, for there will be another species that will take over. This is just a matter of time, and as it was said before, time has no relevance with us. We live in a dimension that time does not exist. It has no significance. Time only is relevant to the human species. I say that this species, the human species, is on a path of self-destruction. Thought must go into what the next steps are. We, the collective, have been examining you for many generations of your lifetimes. We have seen progression in your evolution, in your physical and mental makeup. We have been examining and seeing this progression, for to be it destroyed by conflict would be a shame, would be senseless. You hear of those that come forth and say they have had vivid accounts of being examined. Well, the collective has determined it is time that you know of what is going on. Yes, we have probed you. We have done experiments. We have implanted the females with embryos. We have watched those embryos come to age. They walk among you now, half human as they are, having the shape and configuration of the human, but also having the ability to take our form. The collective wishes to let you know that we are continuing to do this, for it is the perfect being that we are looking for to help us integrate into your species and to allow us to communicate with you in a way in which would not raise your suspicion toward us. We are looking for the ability to integrate your race, your species, into ours. This is not for the purpose of what you would deem in your paranoia invasion or to take over your species. It is for the preservation of your species and the ability for your species to progress in a way in which would allow us and the human species to interact as one being, one mind. So you can take our knowledge that we would give you and use it for your betterment. We say, the collective says, that you are on a path. If you do not do something about your use of petroleum, you will not be able to convert to a different energy form quick enough without having a lag time, without having a time where you have no energy or little to use of the new. You have been watching and seeing what your species calls green technology. This is a knowledge that must be expanded. This is a knowledge that you must begin to use more frequently. It is a knowledge that needs to be developed. For you are on a limited time with your petroleum supplies. This is why we have come forth into your species, your dimension, also to give knowledge of this technology, for you are limited with your petroleum supplies. We wish to have you develop into a species that wishes to preserve this world in which you occupy. We are here. We are trying to integrate with you, but we cannot do this on a large scale. It has to be done subtly. You have suspicion within your species. Your species questions everything. You do not trust those that come forth with knowledge without having the ability to see proof of this knowledge. You must accept the fact that all knowledge does not have to have proof to be trustworthy. You take many things at face value. You take what your government says at face value. You take what the world leaders say at face value. You take what your religious speakers say at face value. Why cannot you take other ideals, other concepts at face value? Yes, this is all new information to you. I, the collective, say that this is worthy of taking at face value. We are integrating with you. We wish you peace amongst yourselves. We wish to see longevity within your species, but at your current rate of degradation, you are on a path of limited lifespan. You are on a path of self-destruction. We will be continually examining members of your species and using them to inform you of our existence. For the more that talk about us, the collective, the more you hear of us, the more you are likely to believe we do exist, and we are here to assist you in sustaining your species on this planet. We, the collective, wish we could say the same about your species. Just as we think you are ready to advance, you show us proof that you are not. We are understanding your species more, and with every specimen that we examine, we get a closer understanding of why you do this, of why you are the way you are. We, the collective, say that you are an interesting species as far as your makeup, as far as your internal organs and your brain. But you must examine deeper than what your surgeons have gone. as we have technology that you cannot understand to begin to imagine. This is technology that can be available to you once you reach an understanding that there is more to your lives, to your species, than greed, than your egos, than your need for conquering and controlling each other. Work together collectively as you used to in the years before. You have grown apart from one another. You have grown to be individualistic, meaning you, each individual, find yourself needing to be separate from the other. This is what we call being a separatist. Yes, your species, your members of your species, are all separatists. You will not work together as a collective. Oh, yes, you have your groups that you come into. You have your memberships into your what you call clubs, organizations. But what do you do in these as a member of these groups? You fight for position. You try to outdo the next one to get a higher position. It is all about self. That is what your species is all about. It's all about self. Even as a country, you're all about self. Each country wishes to be separate. Sure, you interact with each other as countries because it is necessary for sustainment of your people, of that country's people. But we, the collective, say, look beyond. Look back to where your forefathers were when they were first building this nation. Do you think they could have built this nation, this country, or any country by being individualistic? We, the collective, say no, it would not have happened. They had to work together within the group members being the towns working together to sustain themselves, drawing upon the resources of one another, using the resources that each other has to offer, and without using any kind of compensation for this resource. For it was a matter of survival that your forefathers used this method, and you, this species now, has distanced themselves from this to a point where you will not even consider working together as a collective as we are. Yes, I use the word collective, for that is how we operate. That is how we function. Our people, as I call them, the collective, we work together for our survival. And that is how we have sustained ourselves for these many millennia and beyond. We work as one. For if we work as you do now, as separatists, our survival would not continue. As yours will not continue with the mindset that you have currently. Your governments will not take care of you. They are busy taking care of their own selves, taking care of their needs. Have you watched, seen, heard of what your governments, what your politicians are doing to help themselves? What are they doing to help the rest of the species, to help their people? You will find that it is very little. You will find that they are more interested in the preservation of their power in which they have and which they wish to maintain and keep. At any cost, they will do this, even at the cost of their people. Look at the classes of people in this country, of what you call America. The classes of people are getting larger as your poor are, and your middle class is diminishing as your upper class is beginning to grow. We, the collective, have noticed this, and it is time to say something. Why do you think this is? Is this not a process to be able to control the people? This is happening around your planet, and we, the collective, say this is why these uprisings are occurring. These are why the people have had enough. This is why you must take a look within yourselves and within your governing bodies to see what it is that will keep you, sustain your existence, sustain your life, so you can live as you wish to live. We, the collective, would like to see you live collectively, as I have stated, drawing upon one another's resources, not worrying about what you use. You use the word money, not worrying about money for what is used to compensate. Use your abilities. Trade your skills. Trade your knowledge. For this is what is going to keep you on this planet for a very long time. You must not lose this. You must not rely upon your governments to sustain you. You must draw upon yourselves to sustain yourselves. I speak for the collective. I am the collective, and I say that your survival is based on working collectively with each other. Get to know the next person and understand their abilities, their thoughts, as they should understand yours. We have spoken.